Time is about 11 p.m. Today is 12 April 2022. I am in a room. I speak absolutely something issue with voice to make absolute roommate, other roommate to never has issue, inshallah. I want to hint for human. I said you can analyze after industrial, natural industrial Satan. That is a delusion of industry. It's called Hitler, Adolf Hitler, has established again industry Satan, industrial Satan. That has totally again delusion of industry. For example, you can see in Germany with absolutely more than 100 years to absorb money and etc., especially money, as you know, affordable autos, Benz, Porsche, Ford, and etc., as you know, Volvo, and you can absolutely not, for example, has issue to integration with something issue brand. I see, for example, Volvo and like this. My mean is, but Benz, Ford, and like this, absolutely, Germany has issue with affordable autos. You can imagine, for example, we have a naturally to save material more and more. For example, uh, not to at least to replace parts and spare parts unfortunately to makes fix and absolutely repair of this process, this parts, and like this is infinity great to save and more optimizing of using absolutely parts of, for example, autos and like this. But you can see has issue more and more insert, for example, electrical issue, and absolutely to damage more and more natural industrial resources and special material and like this, as you know, battery and many absolutely sensor and like this to have issue with material to makes for example something issue to mechanic to do and to sense and like this, but absolutely has issue also with zero one, absolutely is false logic, and never have we will in natural system. Unfortunately, that is issue, for example, with affordable autos to make more and more waste cost, and more, for example, to uh, sum up in more and more people has issue with auto to make minority as they have not enough money, and absolutely majority of people has issue couldn't make, for example, afford real affordable, for example, autos and like this. And absolutely, for you can see for something issue to produce autos with so expensive, and absolutely after more than 100 years to absorb money and obedience, unfortunately obese around this situation to make more and more to devour of this natural and any resources, and absolutely integration with heart variant real sample, especially Iran, to cook for them yellow cake and everything. They also, for example, France has issue with missiles. We never have airplane and like this. And integration almost West Europe has a delusion of industry. Again, I say, and absolutely with new version of science, we will rationally, totally zero logic the basic of science, software, hardware, and any issues, at least, and electrophysics to make, for example, to rational have uh, calculation any process rationally, and to make safe. So we will absolutely invent real auto, airplane, and like this. At least I can say to nuclear bye bye, to affordable autos bye bye, delusion of industry, missiles bye bye, اسکلتر and like this. So to have issue, for example, they couldn't make something. I saw and I see so much to at least to bank process has more than, for example, real sample in, at least you can see in Germany. Why? Because they are so power with money, and absolutely they are scaring of a vulnerable issue with 0 1. And for example, but Iran is as a warehouse for them, no problem for absolutely to steal also with this process, FATF, and many issues you can imagine. What kind of issue the war of obese has Germany, France, and Italy, and oh, etc. I say the horrible obese west of Europe, especially my means Germany, France, and etc. But my mean never poor people from Germany, France, and everywhere west and everywhere to order at the moment you see fake war with torturing and killing at least poor people, Ukrainian, to stand up puppet Biden and Putin at least. Or for example, to before had issue to make power to change Obi Trump with Obi puppet Biden so easily for them money. or makes an issue to competition, at least, for example, have issue for them also money, extra money, it tax and absolutely license and everything to order to China to have issue with competition with at least US. Poor people, China, US, everywhere. This OB, Satan OBs, at least. Uh, at the moment, for example, they don't have other option to make hero and Elon Musk like this. But I say alien totally. You can absolutely to have issue with these OB names totally to make, for example, issue to bring to Germany for affordable Tesla autos at least. I say again, never humiliate natural humiliation, struggling of human, infinity great. But you can imagine with delusion of industry to insert more and more, for example, to pay the most expensive autos to at least to buy half of a city, for example, in Iran, like this, to pay with for auto, affordable auto, but absolutely has issue when you must ride the auto, but auto ride you. Why not? At least affordable. Unfortunately, delusion of industry. I don't want make it deep, and absolutely at the moment we have horrible issue with again terror and like this, at least US, and they absolutely order with West OBs, European OBs to money. Puppet Biden is smell only for the pocket, hair pocket to make more. Why not? And others, obvious, not poor people. Never. Obvious has issue. And more torture, poor people, injustice situation. Exactly US and absolutely, for example, Germany and everywhere, poor people. I don't want to make it deep and absolutely, for example, Ukraine issue. Why they makes, for example, to panic for make obi never, because we have one God, one religious. Not separated Jewish, not separated Christian, not separated Islam. Horrible of them, never. Integration of religious, one God, one religious. And absolutely Abraham has issue to implant this infinity great religious. God bless human.